Hello, my dear Leo. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between May 16 and May 31st, 2017, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So, I will start shuffling your cards, and I call the Divine with love and light, and I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Leo viewers. So I want my dear Leos to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So, I also want to take the chance to tell you that the Mercury retrograde has finally ended since May 5. Yes, Judgment Day. When it comes to love relationship as well, deep communication. Jupiter is still moving retrograde in Libra and will continue doing so until it stations June 10. Saturn is moving retrograde in Sagittarius until it stations 26th of August. And Pluto is moving retrograde in Capricorn until it stations September 29. Pluto is kind of death, and with Capricorn it will be your foundations rocking. We will have the new moon in Gemini. Here we have a little page of coins, new moon. New moon in Gemini, May 26, at the same side of Earth as the Sun, and it will therefore be visible at daytime. The Sun moves into Gemini May 21st and pair up there with Mars, and Venus will still be in Aries, moving direct. So also Uranus is in Aries and Mercury is in Taurus, Neptune in Pisces. So a lot of water going on there. So you had a little page of coins. Page of coins is about going deep into your shadowy self, finding yourself, your whole self, your true self, pure and honest self. And it fell out when I talked about new moon in Gemini. So I guess it will. Gemini is kind of twins. So you are going to have to fuse with your evil twin or weak twin or whatever shadow you have. Okay, I will tune in for a few seconds. So, my dear Leos, this is your future. This is your now, and this is the past. The now will probably the second half of May 2017, but whenever you watch this is probably the exact right time to see it. So the first card for you here is the Devil. So when we talk about the shadows, all those retrograde is going to make us move deeper and deeper into our own shadow. It's like this journey where all humanity on the Judgment Day is moving into their shadowy landscape to marry Hades, marry their twin, marry the part of them that they have forgotten or not cultivated, or the part of them that wasn't really allowed in your life. It's usually due to socialization and due to domestication process. When you come to Earth, you're usually very pure and whole. If you haven't maybe come very quickly from a past life and not being able to heal in between, some children are, but the most of them comes into the world whole. But due to this domestication process, we put part of ourselves in the shadows, our needs, so we won't be as needy, because a little child needs a lot of attention, a lot of love, a lot of service from their parents, and if they can't get this, they will start to kind of cool down, because it's survival strategy. It's hard to be an open, pulsating, emotional body if you don't get your needs met, and then you will start put things in the shadow. And also for the sake of getting your needs met, if your parents doesn't like a cryy baby, well, you will stop cry, so they will want to be with you, so no more emotions. It's different things what people put here in the shadow. For many people it's the skill of being able to say no. For other people it's their skill of showing emotions. For other people it will be other things, like not showing that you're too smart, so people will start to envy you. And if you have some children is being born with narcissistic parents, and their needs won't be met. The narcissistic parents' needs will be met, and that's the only way for their child to get love at all, or any kind of appreciation. So that child will have a big shadow. So that will be for some of you, Leos. This is also Capricorn, and we know Pluto is moving retrograde in Capricorn. Here we have the Hermit, that's Virgo, going deep within to find the way home. It's much like the Page of Coins card that fell out with the new moon. Here it's about finding your inner light, to be able to go deeper and deeper inside and fuse with the soul parts of you that are going to be so necessary for you to have in the future, to be able to release your karma, because a lot of your karma is due to you having this shadow. Things are repeating in your life because you are not whole, because you haven't met yourself, you haven't integrated yourself fully. With the Hermit, it's revolution again, as is with the Devil. So it means retracting sometimes from people and from everything you need with them and everything you can't get from them, and just kind of retracting into yourself here in the Hermit stage. We see it's a river valley, so it's both mountains here, being able to find isolation and loneliness, where you can kind of sit and talk to the divine, and also water, so being still in connection with your feelings, so you will get to know what they want to say to you about what's missing. The Hermit is a person that eventually will find their inner light, so they will partly not need other people anymore, because they are going to fall in love with themselves. When you find yourself, you find love, because they are the same. But that doesn't mean you're going to live in loneliness forever and ever. It just means that you are going to be much more self-sufficient, and if you are mirroring people that not being able to meet your needs, or abuse, sometimes with Devil it's abuse, it doesn't have to be physical abuse, it can be like gaslighting or things like this. So those things are not going to affect you anymore, because no one can kind of put a spell on you or push you into doing something you don't want to do. This is a person being very very well equipped to not go with this group mentality or do things just because they want to be loved or liked. They are going to align with their divine self, and not going to be able to be pushed by society, family, partner's friend, or others. They are going to be very in tune with themselves. It's Virgo, so it's also organization, kind of finding solutions to your life situations, in loneliness, in kind of going retrograde into yourself. Virgo, it's nothing particular going on in Virgo, except for Virgo is replacing Leo as the rising on the eastern horizon, the rising sign. So people being born right now is going to be first period, I think, Leo, and then moving into to Virgo very quickly here. So yes, Leo also main 10. We had the North Node moving into Leo, so, and it will stay there for 18 months, and it is time for everyone to learn of Leo's qualities in their own life. So express your individuality, and also find your tribe or your soul group, because here you're going to cultivate yourself, becoming your true you, and then you will match up, you will attract your soul group, the right kind of people that's for you. Okay, and here you have the Ace of Coins. Ace of Coins is pure earth, as is the Page of Coins that fell with the new moon. This is more looking like a full moon. And it's earth like Virgo, the Hermit card, and it's earth like the Devil. So it's a lot with your body here, with your body and gateways to the divine through connecting with your body, with your needs, with those things also repeating in your life like a bad pattern. This is what you're going to face now, and this is an opening, a new door. Sorry for my voice. It's a new door. This card usually comes together with death. It's death and new beginning. So everything can happen here with the Ace of Coins. It's an egg, it's an embryo. Nothing has really been created yet. You have got hold of primordial energy with earth, so you can start manifest things in your life that's actually going to mirror the true you. So it's a real journey here, deep into yourself, deep into your roots, deep into your body, back into paradise, kind of. Some of you are going to have shamanistic experiences during this period. You won't even need to take any drugs to get there. Pay attention to your dreams during this period. Here we also have the Queen of Coins, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. We actually have Mercury going retrograde Mercury going direct in Taurus right now. Let's see, in the Capricorn we have Pluto moving retrograde. So this is you becoming enlightened. Here you have this light, you're searching deep within, and now you have found it. Your inner light is there. So Queen of Coins might be, you might have an earth person in your life, or some earth sign affecting you. You have both Capricorn, Virgo, and not really Taurus, but we can say this is Taurus. It's Virgo more, this is about your body. So it's about taking care of your health, starting to eating better food that will puzzle in with this new vibration of yours. Because when you go deeper in your body, you also go closer to God. We can see her third eye is actually opened here, so she has gotten some true connection with the divine. She knows things now. Due to this going inside herself, finding the answer. I say she, but here's obviously he. So you don't have to put any value in those words. I'm just saying what I'm seeing here. But this can easily be a she and this a he, and it's probably you all the same. So here we have the little Page of Coins. So this is significant. We see here the entrance to paradise, and this is your feminine side, and this is your inner child, not the emotional inner child, but the inner child that had a mission. So despite the emotional side, you have a mission. So we see only earth here. It might be a time to put emotions aside, because you're going to manifest something. You are going to create something upon earth that's very true to yourself, to your soul self, and to your mission. This seed, it's a seed being planted here for growing for a new period of your life. It seems like an old karma is going to probably be eliminated. You are going to find the actual clue how to eliminate this karma. You will find the steps. You will have like you will get like a plan, like this and this you need to do, those fears you need to meet, and this thing that you haven't been able to do before, you need to do them right now, becoming very brave here in your body. But this is a new beginning for you when it comes to the material life, how you meet your needs, and also how you get yourself safe and grounded. So I think being out in nature could be very beneficial for you during this time, because it's like you're reconnecting with your own inner nature and with Mother Nature. We know the last time we have many horn sign. We have Aries, that was during the Old Testament Quran kind of ages, and we had the cow religion. Those are more about the cow religion, the old feminine religions like Egypt and Hinduism. So we are going to reconnect to those deep levels of wisdom and being like more in your body, like more in your being, maybe not being so effective, well organized, very well organized, but maybe not so much doing a lot of things. This is very anti-stress. This is very like down to earth. So it seems like you're building a new foundation here for yourself, a new way of being, more in wisdom, I would say, and more connected to your body and your body's actual needs. So think about this with food again. You might have to change your diet. You might have new cravings. Look into that. Don't continue eating something that will make your stomach upset or things like this. Try to find alternative ways with food, and see to that you get all the nourishment that you need, because this is, I think you're changing now really rapidly here on a DNA level. Your body is changing. It's like those old Testament story where people eat like rolls of paper with writing on and becoming like new creatures or evolving. So this is evolution, and it will come partly from what you eat, but also from being like very centered in yourself with mindfulness and meditation. You have gone deep down and you have found yourself, so that's good news. Okay, so that was in the past. For some of you watching in early May, this will probably happening maybe now, and it might be a process that have gone on for quite some time, because it's very profound and it's only Earth, so it might have gone on for some years here. So this is in the now, and here we have a Six of Swords, and that's very suitable because Six of Swords is Persephone going down in the netherworld to marry Hades. So you can see it's resembling also this card, this Hermit card. She's going into the Hermit stage to find herself. The sides with herself that wasn't like good enough to be shown in daylight. And now she's going to marry this side of her. She's going to marry her shadow self. So it's we can see this with nice girls wanting bad boys. Also terrible criminals getting a lot of mails from females in prison because the feminine side has been imprisoned. And you see, when you go in the Hermit stage, she will come back. The divine feminine will come back, and she will still be like kind of a nice girl. It is very purity and honesty, but very true to her body, very true to her instincts, and kind of very calm. So you're not going to be able to rock her very stubbornly. She's going to be in the way that she is because she has found herself. So for some of you, this will be an earth sign person in your life making these changes and also finding maybe their inner child or more pure and honest sides. But this is, of course, everything that's happening on the outside of you is also happening on the inside of you. So this is you going on your traveling for a wedding over water. So this is mind and heart being united, body and soul being united, light and shadow becoming united. So there's not going to be this black and white, this very dramatic Leo exposure in your life where you are either this or that. You are going to become more like with more facets, with more colors, with more choices. You are going to be much more like you are not going to have like the same kind of personality. It's more like you are going to adapt to the situation and be very truthful in that situation. This is a Six of Swords. It's about truth. You also have the Page of Coins. That's about truth. You have the Hermit. That's about truth. So it's going to be a lot with becoming very truthful here, and first and foremost to yourself and your body, it seems. The next card here, it's a Page of Swords. So that's air. You have earth here, so you have become very grounded and finding stability, and now you're moving into air. That's the opposite side of earth. We see here that's air. So Page of Swords is another inner child. It's a little, for me, it's a little bit older inner child. It's a child that's already have become domesticated, but in a way that have made this little person very suspicious about their surrounding or themselves. With the Page of Swords, it's when you have this very clear connection with your soul, when you come here, and then you notice that people are a little bit crazy on earth. You can notice that maybe your parents isn't totally just, or they are not always talking the truth. Here you come like this soul into this body, and you will notice that people are not really talking the truth. Page of Swords is all about truth, and she challenged you to talk the truth or be truthful, but also being a watcher, because the Page of Swords watch her parents, watch her surrounding or his surrounding, and he will see that people are not being truthful, they are not being honest. So there might happen a split within this child, age of 3 to 6 maybe, where they either will stop trusting themselves or their own instincts due to other people telling them that their instincts are wrong. So some of you have become to distrust yourself and your own instincts. No, I guess I'm not hungry, it's not dinner yet, so I will wait 2 hours and then I will become hungry. Or no, there's no bad vibration in the family. Everyone is perfectly nice to each other. It felt like there was a quarrel in the air, but no, my parents said no, so I start to distrust my own instinct. For other children, it will be in another way. They will stop trusting humans, and for some of you it will be both. You will both stop trusting yourself and other humans. So the Page of Swords is going on a journey to find out what's truth again. The usually solution is to go back to what you originally thought, that when you came you actually had this very clear vision and you were able to see people and society from the outside and see things very clearly, also where they were kind of hiding themselves or having a shadow. So you saw other people's shadow, and it scared you because they weren't really talking truthfully. It was like mad people. So instead of becoming mad yourself, you just either put people on arm's length distance, or you decided that you are mad yourself, that you can't be trusted. And that's a very strong approach, because it's kind of put the blame on you and not the other person. So it's like deciding that, okay, I'm the only one that's sane here, so I'm going to pretend that what you say is okay, because I can hold you. So this is a child taking a lot of responsibility for a family situation or a situation in school or with friends. So the Page of Swords has been wounded when it comes to loyalty and trust, and she or he needs to learn to trust themselves again. And it's like a challenge here. Speak your truth even if your voice shakes. Stand your ground. Be yourself. Trust yourself. Trust your own instincts. Become very, very pure and honest, but don't let people drag you into their shadow. Because you might be challenged with a lot of people and their shadow and their games, much like what happened when you came to Earth. So be aware of that. Just watch it and trust your own instincts about it. Don't be involved. Don't be sucked into this. It's a game. It's kind of a little bit can be vampirism or narcissism. I'm not meaning real vampires, but people want to kind of drag you into their games or plays to steal your energy here. and that's also, they do this because someone has stolen their energy. Someone has been this shadow self towards them and get them to doubt themselves. So the only way for them to get energy is kind of doing like a perpetrator thing against you, or you are doing a perpetrator thing against others. So you need to become very awake here. Now you have gone down in the body, you have found your shadow. Now it's the time to see it. Be very clear about it. And you can see it both in yourself and mirrored in others. So become like a watcher of your life. See things. Try to be very awake and clear. Here we have an 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups has been following you around, Leo, for a long time. This is a little bit like the Hermit stage. This is a person leaving their relationships, leaving their friends behind to face themselves. And this is Pisces and the Moon, but we have actually, we have Pluto, no, sorry, where were we? Neptune we have in Pisces, so it's a lot of water here. So it's about connecting with your true emotions, and there's going to be a lot of disappointed emotions, because this is again connected to this stealing energy or being stolen of your energy. With 8 of Cups, it's like you or someone in your surrounding have felt, or both of you have been feeling like you are filling each other with energy like this, and it's like filling barrels with a hole in the bottom. They're bottomless. You give and give and give, but you not get anything back, or they are never satisfied. So this is also probably going on in your life, and it's an Ace of Coins here, so it's a new start. So it's almost like you're saying hello to your new self and saying goodbye to maybe peoples and situations in your life. It might not be like forever. It's this Hermit stage where you need to go a little bit deeper now in water, actually, because it's something here with your, here is your body. You have found this foundation, you have found your rock foundation, this rock solid thing, but here you have air and water. So it's about seeing your emotions, seeing what make you feel drained, what makes your energy level drop, or when it's time to say goodbye. Sometimes it's like this. You have put a lot of effort maybe into a certain job. You haven't got the promotion that you wanted, the recognition that you needed, and now it's time to move on. It can be the same in a relationship. You have put in all your body and soul here, at least your body, and maybe it hasn't really paid off. So it's goodbyes. For some of you it will be goodbye. Feeling separation, feeling separated from people, because it's the original separation happening here. This separation where you were once, you felt like whole together with your mom when you were being born, but then there happened this rift, and you felt like people were a little bit crazy or in their shadow, not really truthful, and now you need to like de-crazy yourself, like take away the thing that isn't you. The shadow needs to be enlightened, so you are going to connect to the thing that you were before this split happened. The next card, so it's a Page of Cups, and it comes underneath the Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins is a very stable, mature woman, being able to she's giving of herself. It's like the earth, very outgiving. It's like the mother giving like milk to her child, or like her whole body during this period when she's pregnant. It's also like the eggs and all the life, all the chlorophyll. We see this green here, the abundance, the unconditional love, how plants give us oxygen as well. And it's this life being sustained by the Queen of Coins, by Earth. So this is a very stable female influence that just sprays out seeds like this, like new opportunities, new things, new chances. Very stable. It's a good friend. It's a good mother, a good wife, someone that's very stable and nurturing. She's like the paradise garden, and with the Page of Cups here together with the Queen of Coins, there's a possibility that you will become like so stable that you will get in contact with your most pure inner self, this emotional side of you that needed a lot of attention from their parents when they came. Like this it's like a baby. It's like a very little baby. Like a jellyfish, something very vulnerable that's coming here to you because you have found this stability. So it's opening up. It's like a flower opening up here. It's something very beautiful. This is also you getting in contact with your emotional body, and maybe you're going to feel this inner child, this baby's hurt, like how it has tried to communicate with others to get this love, maybe by crying and not anyway getting their needs met. So you will have some, there will be an awakening of this fragile side to you, but in the same time, it will come a little pain with this. So you might rock between being like very cold sometimes and very emotional at times, very like a little bit judgmental and retract, or very emotional and connected. So this might also be you and people in your life that have maybe both go down and found their shadow being like the original self, and they will find different splits there. Maybe one of you is going to reconnect with their intelligence and logic, and the other one is going to connection with their heart and their heart center, and because they have found their feminine side, so they are going to, you are going to be able to talk to the divine, because it's through the feminine side, through the body, you will find the divine. This is kind of your emotional body, getting the information from the subconscious all the time about what's up. This is like two tools. This is the thinking mind, and this is the emotional mind. And you are here. You are the I in I am. Your I is the one that sees both the thoughts and the feelings and being the watcher of them. So you need to be in solitude, I think, during this period a lot, and just watch yourself, especially the emotional side, but also becoming very truthful about trusting your own instincts when it comes to judging other people. Kind of this, not second guessing yourself all the time. Here's the Two of Wands. So Two of Wands is like, it's two doors. You have the Two of Swords here in the Page of Swords as well. So it's some things not moving in your life. I think on the outer level, things won't move forward in your life. It will be very stagnant like this, because it's like someone holding their breath. It's like the divine is holding their breath, because something is important are being born here, and it needs to be stabilized. This is like waiting for the right time. Sometimes it's also two people not speaking to each other. It is a choice that needs to be made, and this choice will it will decide your destiny. So it's a very important choice, and therefore you are becoming very grounded in yourself. You are reconnecting with parts of you that has been very long time missing. You have all the children, despite the Page of Wands. So you have the Page of Coins, Page of Cups, and Page of Swords. So you're really picking up soul parts here in great speed, finding more about yourself. So you need this time, because you are going to kind of puzzle yourself together anew. So there's no time to take rush decisions. So it's a time to become very still and very in tune with yourself and your own inner nature. And this is also self-control. So from now on, when you have all your soul parts, at least 3 of them, in the right place again, you can take much more grounded decisions, much more logic decision, much more grounded in your actual, like taking care of your heart and your heart chakra. Not letting it, because this those cards together here, it's like a field of vegetables or a field of roses, or it's like a gold mine. People, this is like a jewelry, so someone might want to steal your stuff here. This is very important. This is like your life energy blooming here, and it's earth and water, so it's like a seed being nurtured to grow towards the sun. So be very, like, take very good care of yourself. Don't be reckless with yourself. Don't give yourself up to the wrong people or situations during this time. You can watch and like be mindful of what's happening, but not really get into the business with people and their dramas and their things. Try to be a little bit like centered and grounded with yourself, and just watch, not involve yourself in this drama. So this is in the now, and here we will see your future, Leo. So here we have a 7 of Cups. So 7 of Cups is not the nicest card. It's about you're going to feel you're going to feel all those needs that you had that wasn't met, and that's why you put your part of yourself in the shadow. So those feelings are going to come up to the surface of not being loved, of not knowing who you are, because you have missed a lot of your soul parts, and then they will be rather immature, and they haven't really developed since you put them in the shadow. So when you are taking them up, they are going to be maybe a little bit dramatic and quick with decisions, or not being able to make decisions at all. It can also be like you're waiting for a decision, and it's like waiting for someone is going to fill your needs or not. Waiting to see. 7 of Cups is like being in a primordial swamp, and we see the water here, but it's maybe like being in the lake of dead souls and trying to find your own soul in all of that. So it's much like the hero myths and legends from Greece and those periods where with Hercules going down and trying to get back the soul of someone. I don't know the name just now, but I get this feeling. So it's going to be like have to face death and things that has been dead for a long time. Things with you that you have kind of killed off, that you thought you would never encounter again, but here it comes. So here comes all the emotions again, all the things that you thought you were over and done with, but it will come here and it wants to be faced. You need to see through the illusions right now, not getting fooled by the devil again, like not being drawn into some drama again with someone that just resembles your original wound, or the one that actually put the original wounds into place. So wake up. It's a wake-up call here. See the truth. Look through the illusions. What are you really getting from this situation? Are you getting bliss, or are you getting like getting wounded again, or having the same abuse again, or the same addiction? It's like you need to stay very aware here, so you don't fall into any addictions. It can be addiction of any substance, or like just being occupied all the time, or being addicted to bad relationships, or getting kicks out of like reconciliation with the 6 of Swords. Sometimes there can be reconciliation with words at least, or someone acknowledging your truth. So try to stay very balanced here, not let your emotions drag you along, because you will have really fed up emotions, and emotions like resemblings everything that you have tried to avoid it, and now you're going to have to stay with them and face them and be with them and nurture them and kind of give them a new foundation, so you will be able to take a better decision, not founded in I'm not loved, but founded in I love myself. I'm going to nurture myself. I'm going to take care of myself. So when all people become in love with themselves, they will become calm and emotionally mature and be able to also give this love to others. So this is the best that can happen to you, Leo. The next card is the Emperor. So the Emperor comes underneath the Hermit and this little Page of Swords. So it's you becoming very like in tune with yourself and your own authority. You're not going to let anyone question your intuition anymore or what you see. It's like what you see, this is how you're going to call it, like a football judge. What you see is what you're going to say. This is your judgment call. This is what you have decided. Because now you have gone so deep inside yourself, so you have found this stability. Number 4, Aries. Also this bird's perspective, being able to see things from an eagle's perspective. You have the sun here as well. Also the Ankh cross for healing and resurrection. So it's a lot of with resurrection here. I think you're going to resurrect maybe your masculine side, your inner authority, becoming much more like Emperor here, stepping into your Leo qualities. The sun is actually your planet, so to speak. We also have the symbol here in the middle. So this is about becoming you, yourself, no matter what it will cost you on the outside, because this time Earth needs Leo as you're supposed to be. So with the Emperor, it's about you finding your true masculine side, like not the masculine side that's like just being egocentric in their tower, taking care of their own business and their own family, no screwing the rest. Sorry for my language. This is an Emperor that's being like a true world leader. So a leader that's being able to take firm decision that's good for everyone. And also you're going to cut the cords with anyone that has kind of try to take authority over you or try to use and abuse you in some way. Or they are going to cut the cord with you. That could be the same, because we are always yin and yang. You can't blame your perpetrators, because you are just playing the role of the victim. Next time you go down, it will be the other way. So you will do like this. So everyone is just showing you what you need to see to become healed. They challenge you until you are kind of giving up and say, okay, so what am I supposed to learn from this? And you learn it, and then you will be let go and do something new. For some of you, it will be the other way around. Like you have stolen someone's energy, you have been using them, and now they are going to say no to you. So kind of that. And here you have the Knight of Cups that we saw together with the Page of Coins. So the Knight of Cups is a little bit like, I feel this morning breeze on a summer's day. It's very fresh, daily fresh, and yet starting to become warm. So this is a gift. It's an entrance to the paradise, and you're kind of ready to let go of some idea here or some vision. But you're equally ready to grasp the chance if it's given to you. So it's like kind of touch and go here. Either you will forgive or you will forget. It's like this moment when something is going to be brand new. It's a choice to be made. So Knight of Cups might also indicate like summer flirt for some of you. It might also be the masculine waking up to their emotions. Your masculine side and their emotions. It's very young. It's a knight, and it comes here cornered with the pages. One page that's very logical and one page that's very emotional. So the Knight of Cups is like the one that's going to search for the Holy Grail, that's going to search for what's the truth when it comes to love and spirituality, searching for the divine feminine and finding their own emotions during this course of their road. So it seems like the masculine is going to wake up, your masculine side is going to wake up to their true emotion, becoming like very close to their inner self through the shadow and this very awake little page, seeing everything, calculating things, judging things, and then an open heart, like a willingness to learn about heart and heart matter anyway. So Knight of Cups can sometimes be like a masculine person coming into your life saying that they're sorry, or you being very decisive like an emperor, taking the responsibility, saying that you're sorry, fixing things, reconnect. This is a disconnection, this is a reconnection. But for many of you, it will of course be a reconnection to also your dreams, your true dreams, not this nightmare that might have been going on here, but actually that you are going to reconnect with what you actually want to have, and not just the illusion of it, not just like a bad copy of this what you want. So summer flirt for some of you. Here you have a 9 of coins, so it seems like the Queen of coins and Page of coins here will be very well guarded by themselves. So you have become very grounded, so that's why your little Page of cups here is going to be able to reconnect with you. 9 of coins is like being a very good friend, both to yourself and others. It's a little bit like taking care of yourself very much, so that's why I feel safe with this. Whomever person that's very like outgiving and have an open heart is now connecting with the 9, the Hermit. Like they are not going to let anyone expose them anymore. It's very calm. It's not like the earth shooting away a volcanic eruption to prevent human being from excavating their mountains, but it's more calm. It's more very calm. And yet very, like, it's flirty energy here, and those two energies are very calm. And here you have the Knight of Cups with the Page of coins, you finding your true self, this baby here, and the Knight of Cups. So it might be that you are going to get an offer within love, and it's up to you to take it or not. With the 9 of coins, it's like you can go without, or you can live with this or without it. It doesn't really matter. It's like you're this camel. And here we have the Magician. So Mercury, communication will come up here again with the Magician here. The decision is going to be taken, and it's a new beginning again. And you're going to take this decision out from logic, not so much from trying to fill the void of your hurt self. You are going to take this like a logic decision. That's the best thing to do for your mission on earth, for you, like kind of honoring yourself and becoming very like having self-control. There's a lot of self-control. There's very like masculine right side brain thingy going on here, or very like calculating, like with math and logic and sometimes deception or playing games. So if you have a summer flirt or you are flirting with someone this summer, I think there won't be so much games because of the 9 of coins. No, that person won't really be like into the games. They won't be reflecting this. So it's some kind of communication going on here, masculine communication within love, that this earth side with the open heart is going to be very calm about. Like, will I say yes or no? I don't know. It's like I can do without, or I can go with this, or it might be a chance given to you. But you feel maybe that this chance is like it's threatening in some way. Maybe some of you are fearing commitment, have commitment phobias. So you think that if you say yes to this this energy, you will lose yourself. So that's kind of why a person is putting themselves very stable here, because they don't want to lose themselves. So it might be you, Leo, giving like a chance to someone, but it's not sure that they will take this chance. It's like they don't need you anyway. It's a little bit like that. So maybe you need to start a new beginning somewhere else, or communicate in a better way so they can understand you, either or. Okay, wisdom of the hidden realms. I have been talking for too long again, so see here for Leo, some advice for Leo during this period. Okay, we have a little bit of cards here falling. We had the Lady of Lightning. So for some of you it will be volcanic eruption. Anyway, it's a little bit with the 8 of Cups. Some of you will break off or break free, or leave your job, leave something behind. It's surprises, sometimes shock, total paradigm shift. It's like you can't take it anymore. And it's because this pressure from your new one soul parts. You want to take care of them now. You don't want them to be exposed or used and abused. So you kind of just blow off your handle here. The Lady of Lightning wants sometimes this for us because she has seen another course of direction that you can take, like a better decision. So she's helping you becoming really mad or pissed or dramatic, so you will do something that you can't later take back. It's like this total shockwave. It's like being thrown on end with your car, or it's like this story with Ninlil, a goddess that threw a goddess of a fisherman on end. Like it's like this flipping energy. It will flip someone into taking a better course of direction. Because you have your destiny. This is a very destined time, and a destined decision needs to be made that might free you from karma. If you do something differently this time, maybe you will be free from this event ever happen to you again. And it's also the River Queen, because we have this Knight of Cups, this Page of Cups, Page of Coins kind of energy coming from the devil in this suspiciousness. So it's one side being very suspicious and like being much in their shadow self, and the other one being very pure and honest and open. So maybe you can be a good example. If you are the one pure and honest and open, you can be a good example how brave a person can be following their emotions, how brave a person can be with an open heart, because they always have their foundation to fall back upon. So emotional empaths and people like this are the most brave, because they are not protecting themselves in the egocentric way that perpetrators do. So this is where you find bravery, being able to like flow and let go, natural movement. Past life oracle card for Leo. Lessons and blessings and food and hunger. Imprisonment and slavery. I saw that card too. So this is a lesson and blessing about how to fill your needs without becoming a prisoner, I guess, like the devil. To fulfill your need without having to compromise yourself, without becoming someone else, without having to cut off your own arm so someone would like to be with you, or without to have kind of to compromise your dream to be able to stay in a relationship. So this is a lesson and blessing in how to get your needs met without having to compromise yourself and your deep core true self. And also about, for some of you, being very suspicious and like having all your needs in the shadow. It might be a time where you actually will step up to becoming more like brave, like this, the perpetrator or the masculine authority energy, taking a step down and actually being able to risk their ego for the sake of love, for the sake of getting their needs met within love. That can also be the thing. So good luck with this, Leo. Looks exciting. So I want you to take really good care, and I also want to share my gratitude for all of you watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting. Beautiful commenting comments to my videos. And I hope to see you again in the beginning of June. So you're welcome back then if you like. Okay, bye bye.